around the late 90s.
It flows through my veins, leaving my hurting heart aching, breaking. Taken back by the pain and defeat that the state of our race has you placed in.
You know, spoken word is a process for me of communicating messages that I like to get out there in a very kind of unique and artistic way.
So without further ado, we want to put our hands and our voices together for our 2008 King of Poetry, Keith Rommel.
I've come to learn in my work of doing HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment that addressing HIV isn't only about condoms. It isn't only about telling people to protect themselves and to wrap it up. You got to address the whole person.
There are messages about HIV, there's messages about substance abuse, there's message about capitalism.
It was the 5th of July at the spot looking fly, fresh Adidas walking high when baby boy caught my eye.
I like to hang out with my family, very close to my cousins who, you know, are like my sisters.
We got his back no matter what. That's our cousin, that's our blood, we love him.
I work out at least 3 to 4 times a week for about an hour. Try to get to the gym by 6 in the morning before I start my day. Pray, meditate, and do it. It helps me get through the day, man. You know, just get the energy going in the morning, get my mind right, get the body right.
My passion is to help other people. It's just something that I love to do. How may I help you? I chose this profession because I have a passion to work with people. I love children, and especially at-risk kids. And so I've always just wanted to help them because they're our future. And I wanted to stop them before they became adults and got into the prison system. What I love to do for fun is I love to get my hair styled because I love the feeling of someone massaging my scalp. I do not do hair, so I have to go to the beauty shop, and pedicures. Oh my goodness. After a long day of working for the whole week, a sister needs a pedicure. For me, it doesn't matter what I have on. If my hair is tight and I have my pedicure, I'm good. I don't care what you say. Fabulous. I've always been into fitness. That's what I think has kept me as healthy as I've been. I do a lot of speed walking because I have long legs. So now I make sure that is part of my routine every morning, regardless if I feel like getting up. If I had a late night, I still have to get up and do my walking. First and foremost, I want to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. I hold a certificate in dealing with HIV/AIDS. I'm an educator on the subject. It's important for me to do outreach in the Black churches now is because they don't speak about it. They don't want to, the word even HIV brought up in the pulpit. Sisters, what you don't realize is we are the #1 running in this disease. It's taking us out, sisters. My thing is, if you don't never talk about it, then how can you solve the problem?
So, still think you know who has HIV?
I guess you've been wondering what my status is.
I'm Keith Green, and I'm HIV.
For more, go to BET.com/RUPositive or call 1-866-WRAP-IT-UP. So, think you know who has HIV?
Well, guys, I know y'all been waiting to get my status.
And I guess you've been wondering what my status is.
My name is Devin T. Robinson X, also known as Egypt, and I am HIV. I am HIV negative, and the way they actually know that I'm negative is I get tested twice a year. People are always amazed of why I'm doing this because they always imagine you're gay or you have to have HIV or somebody has to have it in your life. They always ask that.
I'm 34 years old. I have 2 beautiful young ladies, 14, and 6. I'm Makisha Harris, and I am HIV positive. I have been HIV positive for 15 years. I first learned that I was HIV positive when I was 19 years old, and I was pregnant with my first child. See, my girls, they are negative. They're my blessing. I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink. You know, I wasn't a party animal and stuff. I didn't do, you know, sleeping around and stuff. You know, so I'm like, why? But that's okay, because God got me.
I'm Jamie Jackson, and I'm HIV negative. With HIV and AIDS, I feel personally attached because it's something that affects the Black community, and the rates are just out of control now.
I'm Keith Green, and I'm HIV positive. I was diagnosed with HIV as a senior in high school. People kind of, when I tell them that I'm HIV positive, they take a sort of disbelief kind of stance, like, you how? Or you don't look like you have it. That's what people always think. You can look at somebody and tell that they're HIV positive. Those first several years was a very, very lonely time. I hoped not to break down, but
I think that was the worst mistake I could have made, was that I went through this by myself.
When we found out that you had it, what we do? We as a family, we held hands and we prayed. We held hands and we prayed. We just left it to God. And you've been here for 15 years. See, that's a blessing.
I've been very, very fortunate and very, very blessed to have people who have loved me unconditionally, even when I didn't love myself. And so I think that made all the difference in the world.
There is a lot of judgment going on in the Black community. I know 3 preachers and 1 bishop that has it. And they told me they dare not speak about it in their church. And I asked them why, and they said because they're scared.
When we talk about stigma and we talk about discrimination, those kinds of things, it makes it really, really difficult to have open, honest conversations.
When I first started volunteering with Lifebeat, I was not quite sure what I was getting into. You know, I didn't quite know what the people would look like or act like, and after being there and just hanging out, you know, I've realized how we are all the same.
I've dated a girl who had HIV. I mean, she was real sexy. I was seriously involved with her. I mean, it was just like every other relationship. It wasn't like a huge thing to me or whatever, because I got past the HIV, and now let's talk about you. You know, you are not HIV. You know, HIV is something you're infected with, but you're not HIV. You're a beautiful girl. I mean, a girl with dreams and hopes. And
we talked about getting tested, and we both got tested, and it was something that I definitely wanted to do, especially since we're in such a monogamous relationship built on trust. Even though I'm negative, like, I could become positive later. Like, you know, I can't just go out there and do whatever. And, you know, I still need to be careful. I still need to pay attention and do the right things.
I have HIV. HIV doesn't have me. Before, it consumed me. But now that's not the case. Like, this is something that is a part of me. Knowing that it's not going away anytime soon, you know, it just puts in perspective, like, okay, I have the rest of my life to live. And I like to do a lot of things. I like to have a full life. I like to travel. I like to play. And I like to, you know, be with my family and work out. And just, I like to live this life.
I just love life, and I love being me. I have this, but it does not have me.
To find an HIV testing center near you, text your zip code to RAPID. That's 72748. For more, go to BET.com/areYouPositive or call 1-866-RAP-IT-UP.